All right, Wednesday it is. It is Wednesday. This is good. We'll see who gets our first chat in for the day to get the first point of the evening. Welcome. If you do not know, we're doing some live trivia tonight. We do this every night at 7 o'clock. My name's Keith. I'm with Another Wasted Hour. We have a podcast also called Another Wasted Hour. You can go and download that wherever you get podcasts. It is free. It is a lot of fun. But tonight we're just doing some trivia. We're gonna do some trivia tonight. I'm all alone. Craig has gotten in first. Nice. He is on the ball. I feel like Craig got the first last time too. He's just hanging out by his computer just in case I go live. I'm gonna have to switch it up and go live a little earlier or a little late or something and see if I can throw people off the scent a little bit. All right, so let's see. We'll do some music. I was looking for an artist that we could get onto the show, but didn't get connected up with anyone. So you know what? I'm gonna do something kind of fun. I haven't done this in a while. I'm gonna play some of my music. We just had kind of an anniversary. My band broke up like 6 years ago, and I posted, and a bunch of people were like, "What's going on?" So I'm gonna play. The album "Pity in a Heartbeat" from the Dreamscapes project. That should be a good time. That will get people's attention. All right, so we'll have that. I've changed up the volumes a little bit. I noticed when I looked at yesterday's show that there wasn't a lot of music when I listened to yesterday's show. So I've turned it up a little bit. I'd like to get a better mix where you can still kind of hear the music, but it doesn't feel like it's kind of stepping over everything. So hopefully we'll find a good in between, because as we get more artists, we definitely want them to be heard. People are filing in. Yeah, I need to go and do my shares, and let's do that. This will be fun for all the people who know me, like post-band. There's a bunch of people in the like burner community who know me only after I was not in a band, because that's when I started doing burns and stuff. And so yeah, so this will be fun for them. And I'm gonna share the show. Again, there are a bunch of different ways that you can get points tonight. Obviously, the most obvious and simple one is I'm gonna ask a question. I'll put 60 seconds on the clock, and if you answer that question correctly, you get 1 point. So that's the easiest way to get a point. The other way that you can get a point is if you are the first person to get the correct answer, then you get a bonus point, 2 points for that particular round. And so yeah, so that's another way to get your point there. And then another way is if you're the first person in, like Craig was, and you say the word first, like you do on YouTube. If you're the first comment that says first, you get 1 point for that as well, just to get people in nice and early and reward for people to be involved. And then finally, you'll notice at the top here, you can share the show. That's a thing that you can do. If you share the show, like Craig has done already, I see 2 shares, but only one's shown up for me. But if you share the show, which I'm going to do right now, and then you also get a point there. Emily has also done it. So we'll do those at the end of the show. Make sure to remind me in case I try to skip over that bit, to make sure that everybody gets points for doing the sharing of the show. Quick check-in. How's the voice and the music going? I turned up the music a little bit. Hopefully it's not overwhelming, but it'll be confusing because it's both of them are my voice. But one of them is my singing voice, which I feel is different than my speaking voice. So we'll see. You let me know what you're thinking. Let's see. Melissa's joined us. Emily is here. Craig says he can only stay for 20 minutes. So you got a point right off the bat that way. Let's see. Danny is here. Danny second is declared second. Nico says hi. She's here. Caitlin's here, but she's got to go here in a bit. I know. That's why she's not on the show tonight. She's got another meeting she's doing. Emily says she misses the album. Thanks for playing it. Well, you're welcome. It's available all over the internet and everything, so you can definitely get it yourself. It is not difficult to find. It is called, let's see, this one is Pity in a Heartbeat. So the Dreamscapes Project, Pity in a Heartbeat. You don't have to give us any money. We are no longer together, so that's fine. Craig says the volume is good. Steam's here and says I am not first. Jenny says she has also shared. We'll wrap back around on the shares at the end of the show to see if we've gotten them all and make sure everybody gets a point for that. Thank you for doing that sharing. We're trying to grow this and make something. More people we help, the more people we keep sane, the better, right? I mean, I know you're helping me with it, and hopefully I'm helping you with that. Good mix, but you should close your Gmail window. Oh, okay. Close my Gmail window. Why is my Gmail window open? Oh, because you're hearing things people talk. It's actually Facebook. ISIS was just wrote me. So I think that was the main reasoning behind it. But anyhow, all right, so look, this is good. Everybody's here. Shaggy is here even. He's 69th, as is Nico. Both of them have something in common there, but hopefully opposite. That's how that works. Emily says, I have the album, but I haven't played it in a while. Well, I don't know how to fix that for you, Emily. But luckily we've got it in the background, so it'll be keeping up with us all night. You helped record this album. No. Shaggy, you did not actually help record this album. There's a different album that you did help with, though. This one was all done down in North Carolina, at a place called Low Watt Studios. But I think the previous album from this is the one that you helped out on. Sane is a strong word. How about okayish? Yeah, that's fair. Danny says, I shared this with some people from church that enjoy trivia. So in case random Vermont folks show up. That's great. They're all welcome. We'd love to have them. All right. All right, let's get some, you know what? Let's get some trivia on the board here because that's what you're here for. I'm only so entertaining without trivia. So thanks for joining us. We've got 17 people in. Let's get the first question across the board. Here it is. How many toes does a rhinoceros have on each foot? On each foot. All right, so if I were to take one rhinoceros foot and count the toes, 60 seconds on the clock. I need a number here. Let's see. And then our quizmaster Caitlin did not put a closest on this, so she is looking for an exact number. Somebody's got to get it right, or nobody gets a point. So she's being very strict apparently tonight. I don't know why that is, but that is the case. So get your answers in. Once again, for those just joining us, what you do is down in the chat, you write your answer. If it is correct and you get it in the 60 seconds that we have on the clock, which is about 20 seconds now, you'll get a point. The first person who gets a right question gets 2 points. If you're not sure about the answer and you don't want to guess, you think it might be embarrassing or something, you can go for pure entertainment and we will give you a style point. It won't win you anything other than bragging rights at the end of the night, but it is a lot of fun and adds to the silliness of the show. So that is another option. I will hand those out if it adds to the show. Time is up. Let's go take a look at the top and see what everybody put in. Yeah, Shaggy, it has been a long time, that's sure. This came out in 07, for God's sakes. That is, this is an old album. And then the other album, the one you did with us, is even older than that. All right, let's see. Emily says 3. Shaggy says 2. Robert says 42. Again, I need creativity. I need creativity here. Let's see. Jenny says 3. Nico says 3. Caitlin goes Pangolian. I don't. Danny says 3. Steam says 2. Tom 2. Emily 3. Melissa 2. Caitlin says because I'm hateful. I don't even know what that means. Craig goes with 2. let's see who got it right. So I should probably show the chat there. I'm going to get better at that, I promise. So the right answer, if you're ready for this one, 3. The answer is 3. So our first person with the number 3 was Emily. Emily got 2 points off of this one. So let me make sure I get 2 points for Emily. William said 2, Robert 42. Jenny gets a point. Jenny with a point here. Nico also gets a point. Let's mark that down. 1 for her. Steam was not correct. Danny was correct. Danny's going to get a point. She didn't join us yesterday, but she's back on it today. Let's see. Tom Johnson. For some reason, I just like saying his whole name. I don't think we've had you on this week. Tom Johnson. Tom J. First point of the week, I think, for Tom Johnson on the board officially. Amy, who has joined us before, I believe. Let's see. Amy, I'm not seeing Amy either. I'm going to be, all right, Amy, you're on as well now. A point for you now on the boards. Yeah, Tom, you said 3. Yeah, you got 3. Amy got 3, and I think that's it. I think that's everybody that got the answers. Oh, we got some folks from Twitch coming in. YT Can and Contact Barnerhoff. Contact Barnerhoff. Did I get that right? I probably got that. I'm going to just call you Contact because I got that. And then YT Can. Welcome. This is so great. I appreciate it. I grew it myself. This is a real beard. It isn't, yeah, it's just, it's totally true. It's German. Barnerhoff. So Caitlin speaks some German. She would know maybe what that means. But I'm very not cultured. I'm lacking all culture. I say 3 and Basti says 4. But bro, I didn't know that this was a moose. No, it was a rhinoceros. We're looking for a rhinoceros. 3. Yeah, we're also on Twitch and YouTube. If you want to go to one of those and hang out, you can as well. There's other folks right now on Twitch that are watching, and then we've got some people on Facebook. I don't think we've got any YouTubers yet. I don't know. YouTube, very sad, very sad. Is my dick longer than my beard? That is an excellent question. I've never gotten the two close enough to measure. That's because it seems like that would be really awkward to be found in that position. Just in case I die or something. And then they walk in and they're like, well, that probably did it. That was exactly what happened. But Contact, thank you for the question. Let's move on to does your poop smell like your beard? So there's another trivia game happening right now. And it's happening in Twitch. I do, I would say no. I wash my beard quite a bit, so I would think I would smell my beard if it smelled like poop because it's close enough to my nose. And poop smells terrible. So yeah. All right. Question number 2. Here we go. Let's let the insanity continue. All right. What was Sheryl Crow's occupation before she became a singer? 60 seconds on the clock. What was the singer Sheryl Crow's occupation before she was known being a singer? There was a lot of consternation about that. I don't know if you guys remember when she had an album that came out and it was called like Saturday Night Song Club or something like that. And it was a singer-songwriter circle where they would write songs. And a bunch of her songs apparently came in were created in that circle, and the folks who were in the circle were like, we helped her write those. Why aren't we getting any of this? Oh, we have a YouTuber. My shit smells like an anus in England. This is way weirder than I thought it was gonna go. Contact says, where do you come from? We're just outside Washington, D.C., Contact. So just, the capital of the United States. We're about 40 minutes outside. So if you were to drive for about 40 minutes, you would get to where we are. Time is up. Let's take a look at all of the answers here to see who gets some points. Oh, Shanti has joined us. Welcome, Shanti. I hope I'm saying that correct. And it's Contact Farm. Contact Farm. Nice. All right. Let's see. My mom is dying over the Dick Beard comment. I mean, it's a pretty great comment, so I understand why she'd be. Amy, I'm kind of laughing at it myself. Craig says he's got to leave early. That's very sad. Emily goes with waitress. Caitlin says 5. The job of 5 is, I assume, what she's saying. Tom says teacher, just like now. Danny says taught elementary school. Amy says retail. Melissa says teacher. Jenny says teacher. Nico says music teacher. Let's see. I immediately left like, nope, not an answer. I want to know. I'll ill. Craig says lady of the evening. Robert says headmaster. If the answer is teacher, I'm going to be really ashamed of myself. Barbara says teacher. How do I wash my beard? I use Head and Shoulders. So the stuff I use on the top of my head, my shampoo and conditioner, I roll that into my beard, get it lathered up. Then I can put it into spikes and stuff like I'm a reverse unicorn or something. It's great. It's a lot of fun. Okay. Contact is now on YouTube as well. And now you have two. Do you have two different one? You have two different YouTubes because now Durbasti is also saying that they're Contact. You're everywhere, Contact. Oh my goodness. You're rolling back time and going through all of the different spots. This is awesome. And Shaggy's also moved over now to Twitch just to be able to answer twice. The answer, everybody wants to know. The answer is teacher. Teacher, yeah. So Emily, you're gonna have to be a little ashamed of yourself because it was teacher. Looks like the first person on the board was Tom Johnson. Tom Johnson with 2 points. The correct answer and an extra point. Let's see who else got some points. Danny came in. Danny came in with taught elementary school. I don't know if it was elementary school. I just know teacher, but I'm going to give you a point because I don't know how specific it was. So I'm going to assume that you actually knew more than I did on this one. So point for Danny. Melissa gets a point. Let's make sure Melissa's got a point on the board. First one of the night. Glad to get you on the board. Jenny says teacher as well. Jenny's going to get, I think, her second point of the night. Coming in strong there. Nico, music teacher. I don't know if it was a music teacher, but definitely a teacher. I'm going to give you a point since I can't tell you you're wrong. Craig says lady of the evening, which is not correct, but I'll give you a style point for that. Robert says headmaster. I'm not even sure. I think that you just copied Craig's answer, I think is what that was. Barbara says teacher. She gets a point on the board. Let's see. For the Rhino question, is it 3 on the left and 4 on the right? It's 3 on the left and 4. You're saying it changes from one side of a Rhino to the other? That doesn't seem legitimate. I feel like Rhinos are pretty equal on either side. They don't tilt to one or anything like this. YT Can, hi, you're new. You aren't new. I saw you earlier, didn't I? You were on the show. I just was talking to you like a few minutes ago. Unless somebody stole your account. Oh my God, did someone steal your account, YT Can? It's okay. I will report them. I will report them. We will get this handled. We want you to have your account back. That's my YouTube account. I'm Contact. Yeah, we got that. I'm Contact too. I want to lick your anus until you fart. I mean, it might happen before you even start. I'll be honest. A little gassy. It could happen. But you are watching me. Laugh like shit. Got it. See, I'm too old for this. I need somebody to handle all of this for me. The translations. I want Keith Nickel for poop jokes. All right, that seems good. Let's see what else. Oh, Robert has moved over to YouTube as well. Make sure to subscribe. You'll want to subscribe. We're on Twitch and YouTube. Do it over there as well as Facebook. definitely want to get all of the notifications. Can my girlfriend actually kiss you with that big beard? Derbasti, how do you know I have a girlfriend? Huh? That's presumptuous of you. Perhaps I really like dick. Maybe. Nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying. And then it can get in through the beard easier, perhaps. But yeah, no. I would say yeah, she can, assuming that she's real. If she's imaginary, she can do whatever because I made her up. Moving on, just check. She's an elementary school music teacher. So everybody was right. That was great. Ha ha. Christina says, I have a question. Keith, do you know? Christina, shoot. Let's find out what your question is. And welcome, Christina. Glad to have you here. Steve K. Steve K. I don't know Steve K. Is that a question? All right. Anyhow, yeah. Steven, you're right. She was also a backup singer before becoming well known. I think for Michael Jackson. I feel like she was a backup singer for Michael Jackson at one point. I feel like I'm your age. You're definitely not too old. I'm very, very old. It's tough being 64 years old, but luckily I age well. So, all right, let's look at our third question of the night. In what year did Ferdinand Magellan complete the first circumnavigation of the globe? In what year did Ferdinand Magellan complete the first circumnavigation of the globe? So when did he complete it? Not when they started. It is 60 seconds. 60 seconds on the clock. We're doing this as closest. So what you're going to do is you're going to guess an answer. If you get it right, obviously you get a point, right? But if nobody gets it right, let's say the answer is 5 and nobody guesses 5. If someone guesses 4, they would get a point. And if somebody were to guess 6, both of them equidistant from 5, both would get points. First person to get the closest answer is going to get the 2 points. So somebody's getting 2 points no matter what. So we're looking for the circumnavigation of the globe. When did it get completed? Let's see what else is going on. Robert says, I shared the YouTube channel to Facebook. All right. I mean, that's fine. If you could only screen out the nut bags, says Tom. But the nut bags are what keep the nuts warm. We're all nut bags. I'm just saying, everyone here is a nut bag. Don't be judgy. We're just nut bags in different ways. And I love you all for being the nut bag that you are. So time is up. Let's take a look and see what the answers were. Starting from the top, Rob came in first on YouTube with 1512. Jenny says 1901. Caitlin goes with purple. You know what? Style point for Caitlin for just going off the rails. Shaggy says 1691. Danny goes 1522. Emily with 1780. Tom says 1604. Never? It never happened. It never occurred. Barbara goes with 1522. Craig says 1600. 16 in a like Price is Right kind of moment. Robert goes 1602 just to overcut Craig. You could have gone 1601 and just really been a dick about it. Melissa says 1650. Nico says 1522. Trey says 1522. Emily says, I should know this. I did a whole project on Magellan in school, but I just don't. Oh. All right, Craig's got to go. Let's see. Here's the thing. Craig, you did not get a point. So there you go. You can leave knowing that. Caitlin has retired on top. She's out. Tom says the earth is flat-ish, right? It's not. It isn't, but there's very compelling evidence that it is flat if you take everything in isolation and don't try to create a model that actually predicts anything. That makes it really easy. Then you can just be like, look, see how this tennis ball's above this plate? That's exactly what the sun would look like. But if you actually try to predict like the sunset and the sunrise and like the seasons and like, I don't know, eclipses, like on one model, you can do each of those separately. Like, here's how an eclipse would work, right? You can just do that bit, but if you try to do all three of them at the same time, there's no flat earth model that actually works. Fight me. That's fine. If you want to be mad and leave the show, you can do that, but that's a fact. You show me a model that can take any three phenomenon that have to do with like the stars or like seasons or anything like that, put them all in one model. Like, show me a thing that just maps it, and then I'll be like, oh, that's very compelling. But I can show you one that predicts all of them. And so, yeah, till you got that, I'm not interested. Hi, Danielle. We were just talking about flat Earth. This isn't embarrassing. All right, the answer, 1522. That means with the first answer that is correct, it looks like Danny came in first. 2 points for Danny. She's got 4 now. Barbara comes in with the right answer. Let's see. Barbara's got 2 points. Barbara, 2 points. And then Nico and Trey. Both Nico and Trey get points as well. Trey. First time on the board tonight, Trey. This is the beginning. This is what happens. Tom says, what is a star? Tom, you're watching me. I'm a star. Just saying. There's 18 people currently watching me. I'm basically a star. I'm just pointing that out. All right, let's go on to our fourth question. Oh, I didn't even go to the chat. I'm so bad at this. All right. Danny she got the first one. I gave her 2 points. I said, Danny, 2 points right at the beginning. All right. Fourth question. What is the only Shakespearean play that mentions America? So the only play that Shakespeare wrote that mentions America. None of the others do, just one. 60 seconds on the clock. Caitlin needs to come back. This music isn't working out. What's wrong, Christina? What's happening with the music? Talk to me, because everybody else dug it, and you're saying that it's terrible, which is not wrong. I agree with you that today the music is terrible because I wrote this. So this is terrible music. So all right, we got 30 seconds left on the clock. Get your answers in. We need to know what was the only Shakespeare play that mentions America. But yes, talk to me. How can we improve it? Christina, I want you to also want you to be happy. I want to help you. I want you help me help you. That's what's important to me. I want to make this work. And let's see, comedy of errors. That's the last one in. All right, let's go check out the chat. Time is up. Let's start from the beginning. Is Trey sleeping on the keyboard? I don't know. Emily, don't worry. I'm dumb every day, so it's gonna work out. Emily says 12th Night. William Shaggy goes with Merchant of Venice. Melissa says The Tempest. Danny goes with Comedy of Errors. Christina says it's too confusing. The music. That's the music, not the question. Barbara says Comedy of Errors. Emily says, damn it, I think I meant The Tempest. But both are probably still wrong. Good news, Emily. Both are definitely wrong. Trey says Comedy of Errors. Christina says I can't focus. Nico says Midsummer Night's, which I assume Midsummer Night's Dream. And the right answer, the correct answer, is The Comedy of Errors. So first person that came in, Danny again. Oh, now she's starting to catch up. She has taken the lead. I've got 6 for Danny now. Just by the last 2, she's taking a commanding lead. So well done, Danny, coming in strong and with the right answer quickly. Barbara said Comedy of Errors. Barbara's getting a lot right. I feel like Barbara's also being really strong, just a little slower. You got to get a little faster, Barbara, and then you would be in the lead here. Trey, Comedy of Errors, back to his old ways, getting it right. And that's it. That is it. All of the people who got points that I saw. So So, all right, maybe I'll turn it down a little, make it helpful. I listened yesterday, and it seemed like there was like almost no music, and that was very sad. Nika says, Danny, you've already got a shirt. That is the fact. So just so you all know, in case anybody was not aware, we're going to tally up all the points for the entire week. So all the points you get tonight, all the points you got last night, all the points you got Monday, all the way through Sunday. Whoever has the most points at the end of the week, all right, ta-da, gets a free t-shirt. Free t-shirt from Another Wasted Hour, which is my podcast. By the way, Another Wasted Hour, free podcast. Go check it out on Google Play Music and Apple Podcasts and Spotify and Stitcher and iHeartRadio. All of those, anywhere you can get a podcast, go check it out. There's like 140 episodes. It has trivia. There's some like zany like internet news that we found, and you get exposed to some really great local music. So go check that out. It's free. It will get you through the night. And let's see. Tom says, wait, I have the CD somewhere. Barbara says there's lag and my space bar isn't working right. Oh no, it is definitely a disadvantage. I'm sorry to hear that. Let's see. Trey says standing on the shoulders of giants tonight. Yeah, usually that's what people do to you, Trey. Is they see what you say and then copy it. All right. So that was what? That was question number 4. Let's go to question number 5. Question number 5. What does the word karaoke translate to in English? What does it translate to in English? I believe it is a Japanese word, karaoke. What does it translate to? 60 seconds on the clock. I know this one. Just off the top of my head, I actually know this one. Let's see, what time is it? Where are we doing time-wise? Oh, about halfway through. We're making good time. That's good. Let's see. Answers coming in. We will see who gets things right. About 40 seconds left. Robert says nails on the chalkboard. All right, you get a style point for that. Nails on the chalkboard. There's definitely. You know, it was funny. I had like some comedy I was doing back in the day, and I was like, one of the little like jokes I had was that, you know what the thing I hate is auto-tune. It's just ruining music. Auto-tune is just like the worst thing ever. It just makes music terrible. I said there's only one use for auto-tune, and that's karaoke. And it's never used there. There should be auto-tune at karaoke. You should be able to pick your song and start singing it, and then just have the computer like nudge you so that you're like, you meant this. This is what you meant note-wise. You were close. It was a good try. Old Skittles commercial. Karaoke is Japanese for tone deaf. Yeah, that's sometimes true. There are sometimes some really good karaoke singers, though, too. So it can go either way. Let's start from the top and see what people answered. Let's see. Trey says empty orchestra. Tom said, like, I forgot you were DSP. I've been listening to you since. Yeah, I am. Yeah, that's me singing. That's me in the background. I'm a singer and I play guitar. Well, not so much anymore. About 6 years ago I stopped, but that was me. Yeah, that was me. So I like that. I like that. Like, you liked the music and you were hanging out with me on trivia and had no idea that the two were combined. That's so fantastic. Tom says hollow orchestra. Nico says empty orchestra. Jenny says sing. Empty orchestra says Emily. Tom says since the early 2000s. Yeah, you came on pretty early then. I think like we kind of all got together around like, let's see, 97 was when Jeremy and I hooked up, and then it was like 2001 was when Ben came in, and we kind of like really took off from there. So you were near the beginning at that point. Eric says bad song sung badly. By the way, Tom Johnson, Eric, you might see in the chat there, that's the percussionist. He was also in the band, so you can say hi to him. So yeah, bad song sung. Eric, I give you a style point for that. Barbara says empty orchestra. Melissa says empty orchestra. The answer is empty orchestra. That is correct. So Trey, not only correct, but first. 2 points, got 4 for him now. He's trying to make a comeback right now. Let's see. Tom said Hollow Orchestra. Not close enough, unfortunately. Nico was right. 4th point for Nico. Emily was correct. Emily's got her 3rd point. For being dumb today, you're doing pretty good, Emily. I'm just saying. Barbara still killing it, her 4th point. Let's see. Who else was it? Melissa. Melissa's on here. I know it. I've already seen your name. There we go. 2nd point for Melissa. That's everybody. Let's move on. Well, let's take a look at the standings because we're halfway through. This is our 5th. That was our 5th question. So right now, Danny is leading. I didn't see Danny's answer for that. I'm surprised. I'm kind of surprised. Oh, 2 shots of Jolly Rancher drinks later. I'll give you a style point for that. That is that is what it should stand for. Danny's got 6 points, leading the pack. Barbara and Nico and Trey all tied for 2nd with 4 points. Then we've got Tom Johnson with 3 points. We've got Melissa and Jenny with 2 points, and Amy and Craig each with a point. So if your points are off from my points, do let me know so I can correct it. But that's where we are right now. Let's move on to question number 6. What well-known actor made his film debut in Critters 3 in 1991? 60 seconds on the clock. What well-known actor made his film debut in Critters 3 in 1991? Who here watched Critters 3? That would be another question. Not for a point or anything, but I'm just saying that would be fascinating. I assume I would want the whole name here, but I guess if it's somebody that has a relatively known name, I guess that would be fine. But I don't know if it's like one of the like acting brothers or a father-son duo, we could get them confused. So if there's more than one actor with the same name, you'll need the full name, obviously. All right, 8 seconds, 7, 6, 5 seconds left. Get your answers in immediately. We need them. We need them now. Let's take a look. All right, time is up. We'll start from the top. I'm going to hit the chat this time so people can see. Let's see. Heather went with Full of Gin. Full of Gin is I'll give you a style point for that as well. Tom says we had mutual friends and knew your cellist from college. Oh, okay, yeah. Ben over at Shenandoah was where you went to. So cool. Glad to reconnect on so many levels, Tom. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Robert went with Tom Hanks. Jenny said Mel Gibson. Nico says Kevin Bacon. Oh, that's such a good guess. Kevin Bacon was in so many crappy movies, especially like early in his career. Tremors he was in, things like that. Emily says, oh my God, I've never even heard of that movie, right? Trey goes with DiCaprio. Barbara says Leo DiCaprio. Danny goes Leonardo DiCaprio. This is nice. It started smaller and then just gradually grew. So it was somebody should have been before that said like decap, and then with DiCaprio, and then like Leo DiCaprio, and then Leonardo DiCaprio, and we could have just slowly grown the name from nothing. Emily says Tom Morello Riddle. Emily, I'm so disappointed in you. You're better than that. You know what? I'm going to give you a style point because I'm not used to you doing it. There you go. I give you credit for that. Tom says John Cusack. That's an actor, right? It is. Nico says, me either. I've never heard of it. Let's see. Jenny says she's never heard of it either. Melissa went with Matthew McConaughey. The actual answer, let me pull it up and make sure. The actual answer, Leonardo DiCaprio. So since I feel like I wouldn't be able to confuse DiCaprio with any other DiCaprios, I'm gonna give the extra bonus point to Trey for getting it in first. I think that is a good enough answer that I knew who it was and there was no confusion. So I'm going with that. Trey, now with 6, ties up Danny. Barbara got it, so Barbara's still strong with 5. And then Danny got it as well. So now Danny retakes the lead with 7. This is getting really exciting, everyone. It's going to be coming down to the wire as this looks like. All right, let's move on to question number 7. I think it's question number 7. Let me make sure I've got that right. Yeah, question number 7. What is the extracted form of the ore cinnabar? So if you extract, right, what do you extract from the ore cinnabar? What is extracted from the ore cinnabar, I should say? 60 seconds. So I get cinnabar, right, and then I extract something from that ore. What do I get? What is that thing that I end up with? Well, if I were to sell it to somebody, I'd say I have one of these. I've got a pound of this. What would that be? 40 seconds on the clock. Get your answers in. I feel like I want to just use other people's answers from the previous question for this. Like, what do I extract from the ore cinnabar? And then I'll just say Mel Gibson. It makes it so much more. That's so funny. Kevin Bacon. All right. 20 seconds on the clock. Let's get these answers in, everybody. If you are just joining us, by the way, we do this at 7 o'clock every night. If you're enjoying it, do the subscribing thing and alert thing so that you know when we come on, because the first person that comes in and says first gets a point right off the bat. Time is almost up. Come on. All right, let's start looking at these answers. The answers. Check in the chat. Let's see. Cinnamon. Jenny says cinnamon. Barbara says mercury. Danny says mercury. Nico says cinnamon. Trey says mercury. Tom says mercury. Robert says peanut butter. I think you extract peanut butter from peanuts. I'll be honest with that. You know what? I will give you a style point for being so off. Trey goes with a second answer of Cinnabons. I have to take your first answer. I'm sorry, Trey. That's how it works. But I believe that is where Cinnabon comes from. Melissa says mercury. Vermilion paint is what Heather says. Emily says mercury. Tom says Lincoln Mercury. Just the car. And Eric goes with adamantium. The metal that is put on Wolverine's skeleton. Yes, Eric, a style point for that since it is not, I don't believe, a real thing. Let's take a look at the real answer. What could it be? It is mercury. The correct answer is mercury. Barbara, with the lag and the broken space bar, comes in first. Huge upset. Barbara surging forward now. Let's see, where do I got you? Right here. 7 points, tying Danny, now ahead of Trey, at least for now. Very exciting. Cinnamon, unfortunately, not correct. That comes from a tree, not from an ore. An ore is like a rock, right? A rock of some sort. So yeah, it comes from the one that we use is actually not cinnamon, which is interesting. There's a cinnamon-like tree that's pretty well known, and the cinnamon that you usually taste, like the really spicy cinnamon, is actually cassia, and that comes from a cassia tree. They're similar. They're like related in some ways, but they are different species. And so actual cinnamon is actually more floral and fruity, less spicy. So you'd almost be disappointed with it. But cassia, is what you're used to when you think of like red hots, like cinnamon, something that's spicy. So let's see. So Barbara got the 2 points. Trey got mercury. So Trey gets the 7 point, is now tied with Barbara. Danny got a point with her 8th point, is still in the lead, retakes the lead from a 3-way tie. Tom got mercury. Let's see, Tom. Tom has 4 points now. Let's see, who else? Melissa. Melissa got a point. Melissa with her 3rd point of the night. Let's see. Vermilion paint, unless that's directly related to mercury. I think mercury is a better answer. It's really mercury they're going after. They might mix that into paint, but I don't think they do. I think vermilion paint is red, right? And I think that's made out of beetles. That's what I want to say. They crush beetles up and make that. I feel like that's true, but I could be wrong. Somebody go and Google that for me. Did I get Emily? Emily got it. She's with her 4th point. I don't think I gave you a point yet. Tom says Lincoln Mercury. We got that. Shtick schnick. Tom, I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure what to do with you. Barbara says woot, of course, because you got the extra point. If you're the first one with the right answer, you get that extra bonus point. And it helps. It definitely helps. So let's move on now. I think we're at our 8th question. Our 8th question. We've only got 3 more to go. So if you need points, this is the time to run at it. 8th question is, how many events are there in Olympic men's gymnastics? So you can do each of these events separately, but there's the overall, right? There's where you have to do all of them. Like how many total are there? Like how many? We need a number. And so yeah, what is the number of them? Let's see. Do we want to go with any extra points? I don't want to make it too unfair, but here's what I'll do. We're gonna do points, and we got to get it correct. Somebody's got it correct, right? We didn't do closest for this, so if nobody gets this, nobody gets points. However, after you've got your numbers in, right? We've got about 30 seconds left. Once you get the numbers in, just for the sake of argument, overall, we're not looking for. We're talking about each of the individual ones, okay? Just for clarity. So overall, it's just doing all the individual ones. 10 seconds left. Once time's up, I'm going to ask another question to see if people can get that right. And it'll give us something to do while we're looking at the other ones. So here we go. I'm going to go to the chat. Time is up. So let's take a look. While I'm going through everybody's answers for the number of events, okay, if anyone can name all of the events, all of them, inclusive, you will get an extra point. Anyone who gets that gets an extra point. All right, so let's take a look at the answers. Barbara went with, Robert started off with 3.147273, which is weird. I don't know what that was. There's also parentheses in it, so that makes it not really a number, I think. It started as pi, and then it really went off the rails around the 4th digit, because it should be 3.1415, right? And then it's like 952, something like that. So yeah, it got a little weird there. Let's see. Trey, Vermilion, both a brilliant red and scarlet pigment originally made from the powdered mineral cinnabar and the corresponding color. All right, so there you go. Here's the problem, though. So you're powdering cinnabar to make that, but you're not extracting something from cinnabar, right? That is the powdered cinnabar. So if you were to take that cinnabar powder and then extract from it, you could extract mercury from it. And so, you know what? I was wrong. I think it was purple was crushed bugs. Crushed bugs was originally purple then. All right. Let's see then. So Barbara said 6. Trey said 7. Tom said 30. Eric said 4. Emily said 4 plus overall. So I'll say that's 4 because I wasn't counting overall. Heather says 14. Danny says 6. Melissa says 5. Trey says, I don't watch gymnastics. Yeah, nobody watches gymnastics, liar. That's like you don't watch figure skating. We know you do. Oh, everyone here watches curling. You may say you don't, but you watch curling. Jenny says 6. Tom says, events 9. My mom is here. My mom says 8. So Emily wanted to go with 5. She changed hers to 5. Okay. So the actual answer for our first question, all right, which means I'm drawing to the close the answers for the next one. So everything after Emily saying she loves curling, I'm not counting because now you'd have an unfair advantage. So just so you know, the actual answer is 6. 6 events. There are 6 events in men's gymnastics. It's a little different than women's gymnastics, and we'll go over that in a second. So Barbara throws in again, gets the first answer, gets it correct. 2 more points, rolling in with 9 points. She's now, for the time being, in the lead. Came all the way down. She was in like 3rd place, moved all the way to the lead. Trey says 7. That is not correct. Let's see. Next person that gets it right, Danny. Danny gets 1 point, also 9 points. Ties up Barbara now. We've got a 2-way tie at 9 points. Let's see who else got it right. Jenny gets it right. Her 3rd point of the night. She has points every night this week so far. Let's see. Tom, 9, not correct. Sorry, Mom. I'd love to give you a point, but 8 is also not correct. So let's see if anyone was able to get all 6 of the events correct. Okay, let's see. Floor, pommel horse, rings, bar, and vault, says Melissa. Unfortunately, that is 5. We need 6. Pommel horse, rings, bar, vault, and floor, also 5, but there are 6. So none of those. Let's see. Right parallel bars. Right parallel bar? Right parallelogram bars. That's what that would be. He's being really stingy with my point. Why? What did I do? Heather, what did you say? What did I miss? Floor, pommel horse, still rings, vault, parallel bars, and horizontal bars. I'm going to come back to that one because that has 6. I don't see anyone else with an answer to it. So let's see. Floor, correct. Pommel horse, correct. I'll give you pommel horse. Still rings, yep. Vault, correct. Parallel bars, correct. Horizontal bars, not correct. Oh, you were so close, Barbara. The answer is high bar. High bar is the last one. So, so close. Yeah, I think I was really. I feel like vermilion is not something you extract from the ore. You don't extract it from the ore. You make it from the ore. Like you don't. It's not part of the ore. It is the crushed up ore. I think that's fair. Horizontal bar. Yeah, actually it would be high bar, but yeah, high bar. It can't really be horizontal bar because it's not horizontal to the ground. That I feel like at that point all bars are horizontal. So no, horizontal bars is horizontal bar. Maybe I could maybe give that, but yeah, Barbara, very close. I'm impressed. Let's move on. This is the second to last question, which means it's the penultimate question. The penultimate question, your second last chance to be able to get a point. We have a tie at the top. This could go to anyone at this point. So let's go to question number 9. The Daleks from Doctor Who come from what planet? Come on, you nerds. You big freaking nerds. You know this. The Daleks from Doctor Who come from what planet? 60 seconds on the clock. I feel like this should be good. Barbara, yes, horizontal to each other, but it's just one bar. It's just one single bar, so it's horizontal to itself. Like that seems everything's horizontal to itself. I think no, it's its own thing. Yeah, the high bar is just a bar. It's just one bar. I think that they swing around. I don't think they have the double bars. You're thinking of the parallel bars where it's like for women's gymnastics where it's a higher bar and a lower bar and they go back and forth. But I think for men's they don't even have that. Emily says, I'm a nerd, but I've never watched Doctor Who. At this point, I kind of refuse. Yeah, you know what? You put your foot down because what? I don't even know what protest you're doing right now. What are you protesting? Enjoying a show? Sure, don't enjoy that show. Go stream another show from the CW or something. Why not? It's something that is it is current and you can actually talk to people about. Why do that? All right, 60 seconds is up. We need the Daleks from Doctor Who. What planet did they come from? We're starting from the top. Not as many answers in as I thought. Not as many answers as I thought would be in. I'll be honest. I thought this was going to be pretty quick with the answers. All right, starting from the top. Jenny says, come on, Rob, you're a Doctor Who freak. All right, let's see what we ended up with. Horizontal Cinnabar. That's exactly it. Let's see. Trey says Scaro. Am I saying that right? Scaro. Kevin Lovett, welcome. I'm glad you joined us as Planet of the Daleks. I think it's a good guess, right? Because you would think that they're coming from. Why wouldn't they name it after themselves? Right? They're very powerful. They're exterminating people. They should be able to have a planet just named after themselves. Barbara says Scaro as well. Oh, somebody else goes with that. Melissa goes with Panthalasso. Robert says Scaro, and you know what? He is a Doctor Who freak, so that seems like it might be right. Those are all the answers I saw, and the correct answer is Scaro. It is Skaro, but I'll accept the different spellings of it. Trey with the first answer, making a push here at the end. 9 points now for him. A three-way tie at the top. At this point, it is anyone's game, but Danny, not to be outdone, comes in with the right answer and gets her 10th point to take the lead again. Barbara also to tie up Danny with her 10th point. This is coming down to the wire, everyone. Robert, correct as well. He gets his point, and that is his first of the night. So on the board here at the end. Way to jump in right here at the end. Kevin, I agree with you. I don't know. It does seem like you should have gotten that right. Danny, you did. You said Scaro and got it correct with the extra R as well. But I'm giving the point to Trey. I understood what he was going for, and I would have gotten that wrong, at least in spelling. So I have to hand it out. If I can understand the spelling, I'm going to go for it. Galfrey no more. Galfrey falls no more. It's the last one because I wrote bars instead of bar. No, I really wanted high bar. I would have really gone high bar. Horizontal bar doesn't make sense to me because it with what? Horizontal with what? That doesn't, right? I mean, I feel like that's the case. So yeah. All right. So let's see exactly. I said Scar. Got you. Sweet. Finally on the board. Yeah. Nicely done. Kevin, I'll give you a style point. Absolutely. Sorry, I should have done that. That was a good one. That was a good one, definitely. All right, last. Is this the last one? Oh my goodness, time has flown. Everyone, we've got 17 people watching. We appreciate it, everybody. If you're enjoying what we're doing, make sure to do all the stuff. You know, do the things. Do the subscribey things and the likey things and the and the alerty things and the bell things. The things that everybody does whenever you watch a video, just do those. I'm not even going to go through it all because it's boring to say it. But do that, and we do this 7 o'clock every night. We'll be back here 7 o'clock tomorrow Eastern time, and we do it every time. We do it every night until they let us out of the house, till we can go back to life as normal. We're going to do this. We're just going to keep doing it. Our last question of the night, here it is. What is the largest city on the Mississippi River? The largest city on the Mississippi River. City and state, please. The largest city on the Mississippi River. Both the city and the state. Do not give me in the same thing, too. Don't give me one and then the other. Put it all in one thing. All right? Makes it way easier for me. Eric should not our Mercury. Oh, I didn't even see that. Eric, not our Mercury. Yeah, that was after I was reading through things, I think. Planet Mercury from the Cinnabar Galaxy. Eric, you get a style point. I'll definitely give you that. You get a style point for it. All right. we've I forgot to hit the 60 seconds. You can get extra time. I'm putting 60 seconds on the clock. You get extra time for this last one. We get to spend a little time with each other. It's going to be nice. Just you and I next to the fire. Oh my God, there's a fire. Who lit a fire? Oh, somebody put the fire out. No, I'm kidding. There's no fire. I was just saying that to be romantic. If it's not in a fireplace, it's way less romantic. Because then alarms are going off and people are inhaling smoke. It's terrible if you're not prepared. All right, 25 seconds left on the clock. Get the answers in your last chance. Paul joining us for the last question. Fantastic. Oh, this is so good. How do you like the fire, honey? Oh, it's very nice. You know, I've never told you this before, but you're way hotter when you're on fire. It's true. 5 seconds left. Get the answers in. Let's see. She should get the point. Horizontal just means level with the ground. Yes, except that horizontal bars, I believe, is a different... Isn't that a different, like, whole thing? Isn't that, like, a different... Like, what are the ones... I guess the uneven bars? I'll look it up. We can look it up. If somebody can shows me... But she also said horizontal bars. So I think it's wrong on a bunch of levels. The name's wrong. There's 2 bars. It's not the same thing. I have to draw the line somewhere. Otherwise, you could just say like bars and then other bars and that thing with the rings on it and the thing that you spin on, and then be like, all of that was correct. All right, time's up. Let's look at the answers. Emily says New Orleans, Louisiana. Good guess. We went there this winter. It was great. Great food. It was a little chilly, but not bad, actually. It was because their winters are pretty mild, right? It was like in the 50s. So it was 50s, 60s. It was pretty nice. It was a little cooler that particular week. But in general, winter's a decent time to go. I don't think I want to go for like Mardi Gras. Just too many people doing too many crazy things. Paul says St. Louis, Missouri. Jenny says Memphis, Tennessee. Trey says St. Louis, Missouri. Heather says St. Louis, Missouri. Barbara goes with Memphis, Tennessee. Kevin goes with New Orleans, Louisiana. Tom says St. Louis, Missouri. Melissa says St. Louis, Missouri. Danny says Miss a Whoopee. Style point for Danny. Damn it, can I change my answer? I want New Orleans, Louisiana. Can you change your answer to New Orleans, Louisiana? Fran says, I agree. You're just agreeing. You're agreeing with Trey. That's not how this works. You have to also write it. Trey says horizontal bar is a single high bar. Yes, but is horizontal bars a single high bar? That's the question. Is that different enough? I feel like that's a totally different connotation, right? It's uneven bars, parallel bar, and high bar. It's high bar. It is a high bar. That's the name of it. Does it happen to be horizontal rather than a vertical bar? Yes, it is a horizontal bar to the ground. But then the parallel bars are also horizontal bars. So if I'd said horizontal bars, would that have counted for parallel bars? I don't think it would have, right? Both Wiki and Britannica say horizontal bar, also known as high bar. Oh, that's tough. Okay. Danny is leaving. You didn't get a point for this, Danny, so I'll make sure to get your point. If you shared on Facebook, I will make sure you get a point. Tom says Cinna high bar. There you go. Well, 1 point. So is everybody arguing that essentially that is what we're hearing across the boards is as an entire contest, we believe that barbers should have an extra point? I'm giving it to you folks. You let me know. Horizontal bars you're saying should be a point, should give her a point. If everybody says that that's true, then I'm in. I will do it. Let's see. I didn't give a point for a paint that's made from the ore. It feels like it almost is like cheating. But as I said, I'm going with everybody else's. Yes, vertical would be pole dancing. You're absolutely right, Trey. All right. Let's go to the top now. Because time's been up for a while. No, we already got it. I answered all of them. We need the right answer. The right answer is Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis, Tennessee. That means that our first correct answer is Jenny with 2 points. 5 points for her. Barbara said Memphis, Tennessee, but then she changed her answer to New Orleans, Louisiana. So New Orleans is not correct, unfortunately. But everybody is saying that you should get a point for the horizontal bars. So 1 point for horizontal bars, but I'm taking the point away for New Orleans, Louisiana. I feel like this works out if I do it this way. It's kind of cheating, right? You like it? So I gave a point to Barbara for getting all of them. Ambiguous question, biggest how? You know, the hugest. The not smallest. Like the least smallest. It's on the other side of it. NOLA is the biggest by area, apparently. See, this is what I get for outsourcing these questions. I've outsourced the questions. What is the largest city on the Mississippi River? So is Tennessee larger by population? And you're saying New Orleans is biggest by area? Is that what you're going on? Memphis isn't a city. It's a loose conglomeration of teeth. That is not true. Tom, they do not have teeth down there. That's... all right. What do we now? This is a very cantankerous evening, is what I'm hearing. Very cantankerous is what we're hearing. What are we going with? Somebody says they have proof. They had proof. Right? All right. Everyone's quiet now. That's fine. Why is nobody talking? What did I do? Why did I upset you all? This is so weird. I'm just going to listen to music. We're listening to music. That's me. I'm singing. I can't announce winners, so you know what? I'm going to go and take a look at all the shares. Let's see who shared while we're doing this. Heather gets a point for sharing. Let me get that on the board. Heather, 1 point. Nailed it at the end. Barbara, 2 points, 2 shares. Barbara, strong. Emily got a point from sharing. 5 points for you. I did it. Craig got a point for sharing. Let's get Craig on the board. 2 points for him. Let's see. New Orleans and Memphis. All right. You know what? I think it was vague enough. I'm going to give points also to New Orleans folks. So both Memphis and New Orleans will get points. But Jenny gets the extra point. No, wait. Let's see. Emily came in first with New Orleans, Louisiana. Oh, this is tough now because it's changing things. All right, well, I have to take a point off Jenny, it looks like. 1 point off of Jenny, which is, of course, the 5th point, which makes it way harder to erase because now I got to erase all the other points a little bit. The extra point now goes to Emily, who was first with New Orleans. Does that seem right? Does it? I don't know. I feel like I'm not going to make anyone happy here. Let's see. New Orleans. Kevin gets a point with New Orleans. So Kevin Lovett Jr. got your point for the night. I didn't have you on there already, right? No, I did not. So nice. Came in at the last second and got your point. Who else? You went St. Louis. I think those are the only extra ones then if we went with New Orleans, right? All right. Memphis is, let's see, just been a bad week. Let's all have a style. Let's all have an all style point winner. So who got the most style points? I didn't follow those. So somebody, if you got style points, post them up. We'll see who got it. So population-wise, all right, so I gave points to everyone. Memphis is the oldest. That does not make it the biggest. That is definitely not something I'm going to allow. All right. There we go. That is the end of it, though. We got all of the points for everybody. That means tonight's winner, everybody ready for it, is Barbara. Barbara came from all the way behind. Came in, she got 13 points. 13 points. That is crazy. So 13 points. Danny came in second with 10. Trey had 9 at third. Then we ended up with, 4 points for Tom Johnson, for Nico, for Jenny, 3 points for Melissa, 2 points for Craig, and 1 point for Kevin, Amy, Heather, and Robert. Well done, everybody. So that's the end of it. Everybody say goodbye. For me, I'm going to say goodbye as I usually do. We do this every night at 7 o'clock. Come join us. We tally up all the points. By the way, Barbara, if you want your acceptance speech, write it in the chat and we'll read it on the show. Your acceptance speech. You are the winner tonight. Congratulations. You get the bragging rights. Again, we are here at 7 o'clock every night. You get points. You can get points for being here first and having the first comment of the word first. You get points for sharing the show while we're doing it. You get points for getting an answer right. You get a bonus point if you get the answer right first before everybody else. And then we take all those points. At the end, we have a winner who gets an acceptance speech and bragging rights for the day. We take all of the points across the entire week. We add those up, and whoever has the most points for the week gets a free t-shirt. Look at that. Another Wasted Hour t-shirt. We send that to you. And then, don't forget, Another Wasted Hour is a podcast that we have. There's about 140 episodes, about an hour long. Got some trivia in it, some fun internet news that is pretty hilarious, and some great local music that you can discover on there. Probably people you've never heard of before. A lot of very talented musicians. Go check it out. You can go up to Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music. You can go to Spotify, Stitcher, iHeartRadio. Anywhere that you go and get a podcast, you can probably listen to our podcast. In fact, you can listen to it on YouTube. You can listen to it on Facebook. There's all the different places that you can go. So go check it out. Let us know what you think. Feel free to drop a review on it or don't. Do what you want. We'd appreciate it, but you are free to do the things you want. Again, we're going to be here every night at 7 o'clock until they tell us we can go back to work and do all the things that we normally do. So come join us tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Until then, everybody, stay safe, stay healthy, stay home. We're going to get through this. And you know what? We'll get through it together. You'll keep me sane. I'll keep you sane. And we'll make sure everybody's okay. All right? And so until tomorrow at 7 o'clock, I will see you then. Yeah. Have a good night. All right. Bye.